Chapter 059 Great Mighty Virtue Demon King. The Yellow Spring Great Emperor's ideal, I will accomplish it. To establish that so-called path of reincarnation, that netherworld where reward and punishment are clearly meted out. There truly are the two words retribution between heaven and earth. I will not kill indiscriminately. With open and upright methods, I will carve a clear line between good and evil across all heaven and earth. As he spoke, Fang Han enunciated each word slowly and deliberately, then gently closed his eyes. A faint soft cracking sound seemed to come from the heavenly gate atop the crown of his head. It was as if a skylight had been thrown open, and his entire being was bathed in brightness and freedom. Your spirit has grown even purer. You have taken the firmest step toward entering the mystic realm of divine power. With a heart like this, even if you never take the 9-aperture golden pill, you will break into the mystic realm of divine power sooner or later. Yin spoke with uncharacteristic seriousness. 3 years at most, 1 year at the least, you will surely successfully cultivate divine power. Such progress is staggeringly unheard of. It was true. When Fang Han first began practicing martial arts, his foundation had been pitifully thin. Yet in just under a year, he had already cultivated to the divine transformation realm, nearing the strength of 10 horses. If he could break through to the mystic realm of divine power within another year, that was truly something earth-shaking. Even Xianxia, after more than 10 years of cultivation to reach the divine transformation realm, had stagnated for the longest time, unable to make any progress. Only with the help of the Yinyang longevity pill had he broken through the realm barrier, and his foundation was 100 times more solid than Fang Han's. In fact, in the cultivation world, anyone who could reach the mystic realm of divine power within 20 years was considered to have exceptional talent. To do it within 10 years made one a peerless genius. That just completed self-examination had purified his spirit a great deal, stripping away much of its impurity. It was an excellent progress in cultivation. But breaking through to the mystic realm of divine power was still a very difficult road ahead. I originally thought it would take me several more years. No more talking, let's focus on cultivation. Fang Han's consciousness was extremely firm, because he had now found his goal, an unprecedented, overwhelmingly magnificent goal. A future even more vast and magnificent than simply achieving immortality through the Tao. The size of one's ambition determines the scale of one's achievement. He knew that as long as he walked toward this goal, his life would be vast and magnificent beyond compared. Consume this green jade great pill. Oh right. This pill boosts your spirit. You don't swallow it, crush it, dissolve it in water, then drip the solution onto the heavenly gate at the top of your head. Guide it in with your spirit, and it will clear your mind, purify your consciousness, and condense your will. Yin sighed. Fang Han took out his true water talisman, squeezed a drop of water from it, dissolved the mungbean-sized green jade great pill, and placed it atop his head. He immediately felt the pill turn into a stream of fine jade nectar, seeping into his brain. A faint warmth spread through his brain, extremely comfortable, with that same familiar tipsy feeling. After the time of half an incense stick, the intoxication faded, replaced by a heavy, water-like liquid solidity to the spirit in his mind. This single green jade great pole is equivalent to at least a month of arduous cultivation for others, all that work of converting blood and chi into spirit. I originally wanted to pass the Yellow Spring sect's divine arts to you, but the Yuhua sect is full of hidden talents. If you cultivate them, your aura will change, and you will definitely be noticed. So wait until you cultivate into the mystic realm of divine power, then find an opportunity to cultivate them in secret. The gap between the divine transformation realm and the mystic realm of divine power was extremely large. It required massive accumulation, converting spirit into magical power, turning quantitative change into qualitative change, shattering the ordinary mortal's worldview. This was never something that could be done overnight. All intersect disciples of the Yuhua sect, including those on the mountain and river ranking, were still tempering themselves in this stage. No magical treasure or spiritual artifact could help with this tempering. One could only swallow pills, strengthen the mortal body, cultivate the spirit, and repeat the hard training day after day. Just as Fang Han was cultivating his spirit and digesting the medicinal power of the green jade great pill, 1,000 li away, on a tall stone peak, stood a man. Countless gloomy winds swirled around this man, and these gloomy winds kept issuing strange, uncanny voices, as if reporting something to the man. Is that so? Disciples of the Yuhua sect have already entered here to cultivate? The Yuhua sect leader turned this place into a training ground, thinking more and more heavenly demons will gather here. But this is just as much an opportunity for us to gain more flesh and blood. Those Yuhua sect brats probably don't know that the Nine Suns demon god has quietly evaded their detection and sent me here. This time, I will let every Yuhua sect disciple be wiped out. This man was actually also a heavenly demon, for his face kept changing, sometimes handsome, sometimes ugly, sometimes ordinary, as if he had 1,000 different faces. But his body constantly emitted blood aura, which clearly proved he had already condensed a physical body. A heavenly demon that had condensed a physical body was a demon king. And a demon king was equivalent to a master of the mystic realm of divine power. He could sweep away all existences that had not attained divine power. All the disciples of the Yuhua sect who had come to the demon battlefield for this assessment were outer disciples. Though some were powerful, there could be no master of the mystic realm of divine power among them. Organize yourselves, learn human military tactics. Don't swarm a strong opponent all at once. It's best not to act alone. If you encounter a tough disciple, I will go and kill him directly. The Demon King said in a deep, secretive tone. Yes, great mighty virtue Demon King. Countless heavenly demons beside the great mighty virtue Demon King shouted again and again, like an emperor receiving the worship of tens of thousands of people, showing that this Demon King held a lofty status and overwhelming power. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. After the great mighty virtue Demon King gave his order, countless heavenly demons flew out from beside him, like a swarm of locusts sweeping across the sky. Gloomy winds gusted, ghosts wailed, and gods howled. Gravel on this desolate star was tossed all over the sky, then fell like hailstones. Luckily there were no living beings left on this star, otherwise more than half would have died. I remember thousands of years ago, this star had living beings. Then a horde of outer heavenly demons flew here, ate all the living beings clean, even sucked all the spiritual energy out of the trees. That's why it turned so desolate. Good thing they don't eat natural treasures and ores. After absorbing the green jade great pill, Fang Han felt his spirit had become much more condensed, but his body felt a little hungry. It seemed every time after cultivation, he would feel hungry. Luckily he had plenty of pills on him. He took out a blood pill, swallowed it, drank some true water, closed his eyes to rest. After a moment, he stood up abruptly, his eyes shining with sharp light, full of vitality. No sooner had he stood up than he heard Yen sighing again. Heavenly demons are the great enemy of the world. They drift everywhere through the sky, devouring everything wherever they go. Wherever they pass, nothing but ruin remains, all life sucked away. I don't even know why these creatures that only know how to plunder and never create exist in this world. Fang Han had read the introduction to heavenly demons in all realms, and now he had encountered heavenly demons himself. He finally understood what kind of creatures they were.